The first step in our process is to prepare a personal mission statement. Why is this necessary? Because the goals of your life need to be in alignment with your ultimate mission, which is basically a global goal. A mission statement is a written master blueprint for your life. It tells us and you what you intend to do with your limited time here on this earth. It answers a few questions, but perhaps the most important one is, what do you value most? Your values should align with your principles and the corresponding code of conduct. The code of conduct is what you intend to live by. If you're in alignment with your values, you'll experience a meaningful life filled with the deepest levels of fulfillment on all levels of your being. And this is the ultimate goal. Live intentionally and take charge. Utilize the gift to be the creator of your life. By the way, if you don't take charge and create a blueprint for your life, chances are you'll become part of somebody else's mission, which might be okay if their mission aligns with your values. The key is that you want to be proactive, not reactive. It's estimated that only 3% of people have a mission statement for their lives, and the other 97% work for those 3%. The best way to think about your mission statement is to begin with the end in mind. What do you want your life to look like when all is said and done? You don't want to just be racking up any victories along the way. You want to be racking up the right victories, those that align with your values. For instance, while money is a nice goal, you need to put it in the proper perspective. Two friends were at a funeral for another friend who was extremely ambitious, and it was known that his number one priority was his financial net worth. One friend asked the other, "Hey, how much did he leave behind?" The other friend answered, "All of it." So you can't take it with you. Make sure you focus on what's most important while you're here. Now, people get nervous when embarking on the big picture. They fear they'll screw up their life. What if they do it wrong? So what you need to do is break the process down into areas of your life and then the categories within those areas. For instance, health is an area that is comprised of various categories such as exercise, rest, and nutrition, for example. You also need to define who you are in these areas, or in other words, what roles do you play? In the area of family, for instance, your roles might be mother, a sister, or a daughter. Once you do this, ask yourself the following 3 questions for each area and/or role. What values do I want to exhibit for this area, category, or role? What principles do I want to abide by for this area, category, or role? What will be my code of conduct for this area, category, or role? So step 1 in preparing your mission statement is to identify the main areas of your life. In my work over the years, I've found that everybody pretty much has the same 10 main areas of their lives. That said, there could be others, so feel free to create your own. The categories that we feel are predominant for most people are health, growth, family, partner, your career, contribution, social, finance, leisure, that could be renewal, and environment, where you are. Now, step 2 in preparing your mission statement is to get specific on the categories within the main areas of your life. If you just develop your mission statement based on the areas of your life, it could be too broad. For example, within the area of health, there are the categories of exercise, nutrition, and rest. For finance, it might be investments, savings, or estate planning. For leisure, it might be hobbies, activities, or just plain old fun. What we're doing here is setting the table to be thinking about what some possible goals are for our lives. Step 3 in preparing your mission statement is to get specific on the roles in your life for each of the 10 areas. You can also look to the categories to help you define these roles in the 10 areas. For example, in the area of growth, the category could be education, and your role could be teacher or coach. Step 4 in preparing your mission statement is to get specific on the values that you wish to embody for each of the 10 areas of your life. Values are simply what standard or standards of behavior you consider to be most important in this particular area of your life. They inform you of your mindset about this area, which are your principles. You can also look to the categories and roles to help you define these values. For instance, a possible value for your partner is love, and for your career is passion. Step 5 in preparing your mission statement is to get specific on the principles that you wish to embody that align with the values for each of the 10 areas of your life. Principles are mindsets or beliefs that provide you with the guidance to make judgments about how to live a life consistent with your values. Principles are a statement, whereas values are usually a single word. Here are some questions to help you elicit principles. Who do I want to be? What mindset or beliefs do I want to embody when I need to make a judgment about a particular value? What are some synonyms for the value that I want to embrace? Quotes on the value are good sources for principles. For instance, in the area of finance and the category of investments, under the role of entrepreneur, a value might be abundance, and a principle could be, I believe that there's always more than enough to go around if I seek. Now, step 6 in preparing your mission statement is to get specific on the code of conduct that you wish to embody for each of the 10 areas of your life. This is the action or actions that you'll take for a given value. Follow the sequence to make it easy for you. Area, category, role, value, principle, and now a code of conduct that aligns with them all. A code of conduct is a set of standards of consistent behavior that are aligned with your values and principles. So here, for example, In the area of finance, the category would be investments. The role is entrepreneur. The value is abundance. The principle is I embody belief that there is always more than enough to go around. The code of conduct would be in any business situation, I first do what it takes to make the pie bigger for everybody. Now it's time to put it all together and decide upon your ultimate purpose. Is there one common theme that you have for your life? There are some ways to figure this out. The first is to figure out your primary question. Is there a dominant question though, or questions that you ask yourself consistently that drives your behavior? Next, we also have primary beliefs. They're usually related to your primary question. What are your primary beliefs? Finally, we have causes that we consistently support. I found that usually the causes that we support on a consistent basis are related in some way or fashion to our primary purpose, also known as our mission in life. So my primary questions are, why don't we always do what's in our best interest all the time? I ask this question because I'm constantly in search of the answer to my other primary question, which is how can we always do what's in our best interest all the time? My primary belief is there are methods of thinking that can lead us to maximize our potential, or in other words, self-actualization. The causes that I support are empowering people to think in ways that support their ultimate goal, which is a state of deep fulfillment. The ultimate purpose of my life is to be in service of all who are striving for self-actualization, to become the best version of themselves as I too strive to become the best version of myself. In the area of health, I'll focus on nutrition, exercise, and sleep. I value energy, balance, and focus in my roles of learner, meditator, and practitioner. I believe that energy is both the foundation and driving force of all action, and I'll fuel my body and mind with healthy food and stimulating activity to prepare for action. In the area of family, I'll focus on parents, siblings, and extended family. I value compassion, harmony, and unity in my roles of child and brother and caregiver. I believe that a caring support system is the glue to create strong bonds, and I'll put myself in others' shoes to feel their feelings and offer my support.